Whoa.
Episode 17.
That was good too. Wish I could freeze the time at episode 17.
I don't know the reference.
Alessia Cara.
Oh.
Roll me a joke.
I avoided dabbing during that one.
I know, I felt that.
Yeah, I was like, I need to dab.
I felt the...
But I'm not gonna dab.
So that was Alessia Cara, 17.
Oh.
You know her song? Wish I could freeze the time at 17.
Wish I could freeze the time. Like that one?
Yeah,
that's
it.
Welcome back to Couple of Issues.
My name is Bruce Wigner.
And I'm Carly Condro. And together we are
Couple of Issues.
With so many issues. Oh my God, I can't even explain.
Just a couple.
Yeah, you're right, just a couple.
And we're a couple of them. So if you listen, there's a
helicopter.
Helicopter going by. No, if you listen though, if you're just listening is what I'm trying to say. If you're not watching, you're just listening. You're like, wow, this sounds a little different. Guess what?
Yeah.
We're in a new spot. We're in a new place. We moved in together.
We're moved in, baby.
And if you're watching, you're like, okay.
What's going on?
They just got panels. Yeah, we got panels. It's sick.
It's just we got a checkered wall. It's white and black.
Should we zoom out and show them?
How?
I don't know how. It's fine.
It's not zoomed in,
we'll
so there's no
eventually
zooming
show
out.
you guys. But we got another chair over here so we can have guests very shortly. And not today.
Yeah.
Shortly in a couple
David
weeks.
and Liza, come on in.
He proposed.
Yeah.
Like whatever we can do for clickbait. But yeah, we officially moved into a new spot. So we're in my new studio in our new apartment.
This is so cool. It's a whole room dedicated to
podcasting
and his producing. But it's cool because in the old place he just moved from, it was his bedroom too. So it was like we were just talking about this, but every time we'd set up for the podcast, it was like squeezing past the bed and like there was a giant pole in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
It was like a support beam, but it was giant. And so you had to like squeeze through that. And it's just so open here.
It is very nice.
It is nice. We love our new place. We just moved. We slept in it for the first time last night.
Yeah, it was the first time.
How do you feel?
Sore.
Sore from moving?
But I got literally the best sleep ever.
Yeah, we got a thick-ass foam topper. And I'm talking like 3
I thought you were going to say thick-ass sleep, because I got thick-ass sleep.
Oh, that too, yeah.
No shade, just sleep.
There's no shade there. Yeah, it felt so good. And like, we got a new mattress. We got all this stuff.
We did.
We have a lot to talk about, guys. We have a lot to talk about.
Where do you want to start? Because there is a lot to talk about.
All right. Let's talk. Well, we moved. I moved all my stuff got moved in Thursday. I got movers.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So Carly got movers. So she had the bulk of the stuff.
Yeah.
And then from my place, I was like, not going to bring my bed, not going to bring a couch. I was just bringing this futon and a few other little things. So I was like, I'm not going to get movers. So you move in Thursday.
Yep. Got movers. Honestly, you gotta, if you're moving anywhere, get movers.
It's worth the money.
So nice. They just come in, they do their thing, and that's it. Like, you don't have to lift a finger.
Yeah,
also,
it was like, that was so fast.
It literally took 2 hours total.
And it took a 15-minute drive.
Yeah, and it sucks though, because you have to pay 4 hours minimum, of course, because like they need y'all money, but it was worth it. And
they also gave you a discount, which was awesome.
Yeah, they didn't charge me for like any extra thing. Anyway, where was I going with this?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's funny. I felt so helpless in my apartment because I'm just like standing there. There's nothing for me to do because the couch is gone, the bed's gone.
While they're moving.
And they're moving, and they don't want you to like do anything because they have their own system. You know, I like wanted to like move boxes closer.
I'm a strong, independent woman.
I'm like, you guys move, I'll do it all. I try to prove a point.
But yeah, you're paying them. I mean, that's...
I know. It's just like such a weird feeling. Like I'm just standing there and they're like sweating.
I felt that when I showed up here because I was waiting for them to bring the internet stuff. And the movers are coming in and I'm like, I should help.
What can I do?
Yeah, what can I do?
Yeah. But
So I didn't get movers.
Yeah.
And I am so sore. Shout out to my buddy Lucas Marks. Lucas helped me move a bunch of stuff, and Carly helped too. And at my old place, it's just annoying because where my car is parked, it's close to this one elevator, but it's one elevator and 14 floors. So people are going in and out all the time. So you have all this stuff, and you're just waiting for the elevator. It was so frustrating going up and down. And when we got a new mattress, well, we got to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
But we got a new mattress, and when I came here, I pulled it out of our car, and our car? Your car.
My car.
Whoa, I'm getting way too...
Yeah, we're moving too fast.
Yeah. And, like, we were carrying it together, but I felt bad. So I was just like, I'm going to be a man. I got this by myself, babe. And then as I was holding it, you're like, you got it? I was like, easy peasy. And like, I just felt everything being pulled, all my muscles. I was like, oh my God.
So heavy. Literally so heavy.
But yeah.
But yeah,
Movers would have been nice.
Yeah.
I should have followed your lead on that one.
Yeah. Oh, hello. I just hit the mic on my mouth.
So your old mattress.
So they moved my old mat. We were going to use my bed. It's a little bit bigger than Bruce's. And
okay.
We got, no offense, but my bed was bigger. And they brought it in, and I'm just going to say, it was wrapped up in the whatever they use to wrap
it's like
up.
some sort of, they put it like, not foil, but like, it's almost like.
It's clear wrap.
Yeah, it's almost like cellophane.
Yeah. And so it was.
To protect it, I guess?
Yeah, to protect it and probably not get it dirty when it's moving.
True.
And he was like, it looks like there's like a flea on the bottom of your box. Box spring on the bottom of your box. On the bottom of the box. And I was like, what? So I looked at it. There's a little flea. I don't think it was alive, but I was just like, I don't want the bed.
This was when you got here, before it came inside.
Yeah.
Or did he notice it at your old place?
No, here.
Oh, I thought he noticed it at the old place.
I don't think so.
Oh,
you know what? He said it, but I thought he said fleece. So I thought he meant from a blanket.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, oh, that's fine.
Oh, you said that's fine?
Yeah, I was like, that's fine. And then we came back and I was like, because in my head driving over here, I was like, did he say flea or fleece?
Really? Oh,
yeah.
you could have left it at the old.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah. So I was like, honestly, if you could just.
on the mics. I'm so sorry.
So
guys.
good.
So
I was like, if you could just like throw it away or like, I don't want it. He was like, yeah, it's fine. We'll toss it. But they left it in the front of the building, which like it's interesting because in my old apartment,
like on the sidewalk, there's a sidewalk.
Yeah. My old neighborhood, you could just throw whatever that you like, furniture or mattresses on the.
A lot of places in LA, yeah.
Everywhere, I feel like you
even
always
in this neighborhood,
yeah,
they're everywhere.
Yeah,
just like mattresses or like couches and random shit. Yeah, just on the curb,
desks, like anything. There was literally a 1-bedroom apartment on our curb the other day because it was like a desk, a kitchen table, a bed. There were walls. Like our neighbor built a new room in their apartment, so there were literally walls. Yeah, so that's like a normal thing. So he just threw it on the.
So the mover left it there.
Yeah, the mover left it on the sidewalk.
And what did you call? You called a number or something.
Yeah, so like 311 is like a trash removal thing.
So you did your part.
I did my part. But
then we go out.
We come back. There's a letter. There's a letter in our...
There's a note.
Yeah. And it was from... What's it called?
Somebody from HOA.
Oh, yeah, which is...
Homeowners Association.
Yeah, so we didn't realize the building we're in, they're condos, basically, that people own.
Which is weird. I mean, it's not weird, but it's like, to me, it's weird because they're basically like apartments, but people own them.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to that.
Yeah, me neither. Like, I legit thought these were just like apartments. But they were just kind of like, hey, like, we noticed your movers left the mattress.
Hey, you dirty bitch.
Yeah, like, that's how I felt for real. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Carly's like, I feel barbaric. So we should explain what the note said.
Yeah, the note was like, welcome to your apartment or whatever, and we noticed that you're. I don't know. I was almost gonna say
welcome now, bitch.
Well, I was gonna say our room number. I was like, I can't say that. It was like, yeah, we noticed your movers put mattresses on the sidewalk, and it's $1,000 fine if you leave it there. Can you please remove it immediately? Just stuff like that, and I just felt so bad.
Please call me when you get this.
Yeah, I was like, please call me at your earliest convenience, and I was like, I feel so bad.
We did something that night because when we saw it, it wasn't until like 10 or 10:30 at night. So then
we went out to eat.
You ended up. Oh yeah, right. And then you ended up texting her.
Yeah, I texted.
Fuzz everywhere.
Yeah, there's fuzz everywhere. I texted her and.
She seemed totally cool. She's like, I understand it's like stressful moving. I think she just wanted to make sure we were just like, nah, bitch, like deal with it.
Yeah.
But we ended up paying.
Oh, okay. So
you called somebody.
I didn't know this till now because I've never thrown a mattress away before. There is no way to get rid of a mattress besides leaving it outside. Like
calling 311.
And calling 311. I was like, we Googled everything. We're like, places to leave mattress, like dumps nearby. Like, I was just looking for any dumpster. Like, what?
Yeah.
So there weren't any. So I literally...
Well, there was a recycling center, but they were like, if it has any bugs or anything, we can't take it. And we're like,
I was like, well, I don't have bed bugs, I don't think, unless it was like a bed bug.
Might have been.
So I was like, well, I don't want to take it there, and then we can't do it. We have to like strap it again to the car or whatever. And so I ended up having to call this company that they're called Junk King, and they'll come and throw stuff away if you need it. And it was really nice. They came right away and everything, but I had to pay $148 to throw away my mattress.
Yeah. Which I'm paying you half for.
You don't have to do that.
She says not to pay me, to not pay her half for that because it's her mattress. But that's like, I'm half of that.
Half of me.
Half of my heart. But anyway.
So I had to pay that much money for someone to toss my mattress away? That's so ridiculous.
Well, the funny thing is I was looking up different places we could go to get removals for that. And there's a site that I got a quote from, and it's called College Hunks. And College Hunks will, they're like movers, and then they also are removers. So they can remove mattresses and stuff. So I thought it was so funny that I had like an email, and it was like, College Hunks.
College
Hunks. I wanted Carly to see it and be like, what is going on?
What websites are you on, Bruce?
Tinder's not working out. I'm on College Hunks, babe.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a dilemma, but we got it figured out. You know, moving's it's weird because we took a huge step and we're living together now, and I feel like there is literally no transition. Like, I don't feel like any
there
sort
hasn't
of
been a moment.
Like, oh, we live together now, or like, oh my God, I live with my boyfriend now. It just feels like maybe it's because it's the weekend.
I think. Well, I guess.
And we're always together on the weekends.
We spend most nights together.
Yeah.
Whether it's your place or my place, like we're always with each other.
Yeah.
At night. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be when you start, because her YouTube partner Aaron lives in the area now too. So we both, like when I'm done recording, you're here.
Yeah.
And if you're vlogging, you're here as well. Like you're on this side
of town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's so nice. I'm so excited.
So nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. It's just funny that like it doesn't feel like any transition.
I know. It's so like I'm waiting for a moment.
Yeah, it just feels like normal.
This is crazy to me that like I'm in like it's gonna take me a bit to get used to like this room.
Yeah.
Because it's like
it's your own.
It's like weird.
Yeah. It's like a whole place just to record stuff. So cool. How fun. That's what we always wanted.
And for you to YouTube.
Yeah. For me to YouTube.
And for you to YouTube. Because it's nice and the sound is going to be great once it's all set up.
Not bouncing off walls. Yeah, he has like sound panels everywhere. He's going to put some on the ceiling.
Yeah,
it's going to be
Bunch
nice.
more.
Yeah.
Because there's a kid living above us.
I know. I'm feeling weird right now a little bit.
No, I think we're fine. It's not. It's 7:42 at night.
That's true.
8 o'clock, we'll cut it off.
Okay.
No,
10 minutes. Yeah. We just hear pounding. But you had a cool week. You worked with some cool people.
That's true. Oh, yeah. Okay. I feel weird talking about this, but this is funny because this is such a classic Bruce moment.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a session. So I write a lot with this girl. Shout out April Bender. And April and I actually have the same stomach disease. So she has gastroparesis as well, which is wild because I only know 2 people, and she's one of them that have it. And she was like, do you want to do the session with this girl, Jess? And it'd be on Wednesday or whatever it was. I was like, yeah, sure. I think it was Thursday maybe. Doesn't matter. I was like, yeah, for sure. Let's do it. And so I looked up Jess just to see like what she's done. I was listening to her stuff on Spotify, and I was like, cool, she's like an artist. And then I looked, and I was like, oh, she's got a big following. I was like, she must be like a social media influencer or YouTuber or something. Like, I didn't go digging. I just saw like the top 6 pictures, and I was like, okay, that's in my brain. I'm like, I've worked with a bunch of YouTubers. She's probably a YouTuber. We're in the session, and she brings up her ex. She was like, yeah, I was married for a bit and blah, 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 blah. But whenever it's brought up, like, because in songwriting sessions, you always talk about, you know, like, what about your relationships, your past, like whatever. And she's like, yeah, I don't really want to write about like my ex. And then I think maybe it was April said something about like ex-husband or, you know, whatever. Like husband somehow was brought up, and I was like, oh, you're married? That's crazy. In my brain still, I'm like, whatever. I'm not thinking anything of it. And he was referred to as Bob and whatever. So then something else got brought up, like, I don't know.
So you're talking about,
I don't want to get into personal details about anything. So it's like other stuff was brought up about, you know, her living situation and stuff like that. And then she had said with Bob, blah, 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 blah. So then something gets brought up that she was just like, yeah, like I saw him at the VMAs. And I was like, oh. And she was like, yeah, like he's a rapper. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So now in my head, I'm like, who the hell is Bob?
Who's Bob the rapper?
And I'm like, B.O.B.? Like, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the builder? And so then as we go through the whole session, and in my head, I'm just like, oh, I got to figure out who this is. And then session's over, whatever. And then I'm like, I go on her Instagram, and I'm like, let me go back until, like, when it was. And it's fucking Logic. I didn't realize it was Logic's ex. And
his ex-wife.
And because we were talking about... somehow I got on the subject of, that we're friends with David and Liza.
Oh.
And she was like, oh, I had a pretty public breakup. I think that's how it came about. She's like, oh, yeah, I related to that. And she was like, I know Josh Peck and his wife Paige. And they were like, David's, going through this too, whatever. At like somehow around the same time. And I was like, oh, that's wild. And So then I realized it's like, I was like, oh, wow, that's so wild. So then I had like Instagrams and like tagged her and stuff. So then people start messaging me and like, like saying like that. And I was just like, oh, that's so weird. And it's like, I would never want somebody to be defined as like an ex of somebody else and like whatever. So that's not, but it was just so funny in my brain. I was like, this is the most LA shit.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing a session and you have no idea that like, oh yeah, I was married to so-and-so, whatever. I just thought it was a funny story.
When he told me, I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, that's really funny.
Because it was such a big deal, like whenever it was, 6 months ago.
Yeah, I all I knew of was just, I was just like, yeah, Logic and his wife split up. And it was just kind of like, I was like, oh, whoa. Like, I didn't know
she did music
or anything, yeah.
That's so funny.
It's just small world.
What are the odds?
Small world. So funny. Yeah, but then, okay, so then that night I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Then I get a text from this woman, Shelly Peiken. Shelly Peiken is a fucking legend. I'm going to pull up her discography as I tell this story.
If you're a 90s baby, you'll appreciate.
If you're early 2000s baby.
Early 2000s baby. Well, if you're 90s baby, you grew up early 2000s.
Literally, like, all your throwback jams, Shelly probably wrote them. So Shelly hits me up Thursday night, and she's like, hey, do you want to do a session tomorrow?
And you already knew her.
Yeah, I did a session with her in 2016, and we hadn't worked since then, but, like, I've been, like, dying to get back in with her because she's fucking amazing. Dang, it's, like, hard to,
Jeez, we're looking at it right now, and it's, like, the list does not stop on Wikipedia.
Oh, my God, she's got Smash Mouth cuts? That's so sick. Hell yeah.
A Demi Lovato cut? Sorry, I'm giving it away.
So she has a Backstreet Boys cut, too. Dude, she has all the cuts. NSYNC. Dude, okay. So anyways, Shelly hits me up to do the session, and I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Like, we ended up working together Friday. It was amazing. I had a great session with her and this artist, Kaylee. Callie? I never know how to pronounce
How do you spell it again?
Kalie.
If I saw that, I would say Kaylee.
Kaylee. Callie?
Because Callie is more like, I don't know.
Yeah. Kaylee, right?
We'll go with that.
Okay, so Shelly's written like hits. She wrote Bitch by Meredith Brooks. I'm a bitch, I'm a lover. And she wrote like a bunch of the Christina Aguilera hits.
Genie in a bottle. Are you kidding me?
What a Girl Wants. Yeah, the first session we had over there on the piano was I feel like I've told this story.
I think so too.
That it said What a Girl Wants, written by Shelly Peiken.
Nuts.
Dude, she's a fucking legend. So she's also really... Oh, yeah, I think I did talk about her because she's really helping push for the Music Modernization Act and, like, helping, like, basically protecting songwriters. So, like, she's, like, a huge advocate for that. And she's just fucking... Dude, she's got Celine Dion cuts.
Which song?
A couple. Map to My Heart, Forget Me Not, If I Were You, Super Love, What a Girl Wants, Come On Over.
Come on over.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. That's not the song, but I'm just excited.
She's got Rain Rain by Cher. Dude, she's got... Sorry, I could just sit here and just...
You do it for 30 minutes, just reading off song titles.
Yeah. But, so yeah, we had an amazing session. It was just, like, cool to get back in with somebody like that. That's just like, oh yeah, she's got some Selena cuts too. But,
she got it all, girl.
Dude, she's nuts. She's so sick. And she's just a great person. So I had a great session with Shelly.
We stand Shelly Peiken. Basically, is what we're saying.
But we went to the Comedy Store. Yes! We saw a Fucking killer comedy
Guys,
show.
if you don't know what the Comedy Store is, we've probably talked about it before, but it's a comedy club in LA where so many comedians got their start, basically.
Yeah.
And it's a place where a lot of big comedians go, like Bill Burr, sometimes Dave Chappelle shows up.
He shows up there a lot.
Why can't I think of literally any comedian?
Sebastian
right now?
Maniscalco.
Sebastian, Crystalia. Like, they go there almost every single night and do stand-up. And we are so lucky to live here, and we're fans of comedy.
Yeah.
Because Crystalia was talking about it on a podcast. He was saying how funny it is, like, if you live in like the middle of Ohio or something, and you can go to like a Crystalia comedy show or like a
Like if you're a
Sebastian
fan of Crystalia.
yeah, or like you can go to a Sebastian comedy show and you're like a fan. But if you go to the Comedy Store, you can watch all those guys perform and then you can just like say hi to them right after.
Yeah, they're just hanging out at the bar.
It's so funny.
So, yeah, the cool thing about we've become like huge fans of stand-up comedy is like they literally are just like practicing their jokes in front of these small crowds. So that's why Chappelle's doing it. That's what happened with Louis. So Louis did usually those sets, like nobody really talks about it because it's like 100 or 200 people in a crowd and you just show up randomly. So we went to see Crystalia, Brian Callen, Brennan Schaub, who were from The Fighter and the Kid.
Yep. Theo Von was supposed to.
Theo Von was supposed to,
but he didn't.
But then Bill Burr showed up and did a surprise set.
So
So
funny.
we got to see Bill Burr, which is amazing.
We got to sit so close too.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
the room itself is pretty small, like compared to like theaters or whatever. But
Yeah.
like we were literally probably 4 rows back from the front and like towards the middle. It was so cool. I always get really nervous they're gonna like say something. Like
To us?
I'm scared to
About
get
us?
heckled by a comedian.
Heckled or just
they,
like called out?
Well, I guess like if they do crowd work
Yeah.
and they like make fun of you or something. But I guess professional comedians don't really do that.
Well, I guess they do. I mean, some of them, that's like their shtick if they do crowd work. But it's more so of like, yeah, I don't know.
It's something that works for them. I think when I lived in Omaha, I would go to a lot of comedy shows, like small ones, and like they didn't know how to like do that yet, so they would literally pick on people, and it was like the most awkward thing. So I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
why I get so freaked out. I'm like, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bill Burr was like a surprise.
So yeah, that's what I was saying is that Louis showing up is like what happened with Bill. So Bill just showed up and just did a set, and that was a surprise guest. And just lots of dogs barking out
Can
there.
I go out there? I run out too.
And so I guess Louis did that, and
In New
and
York
then-
or something?
Yeah, at the Comedy Cellar, I think it was.
Oh.
And he got a lot of shit for that.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people are saying that's too soon, and
Yeah.
if you didn't walk out, you're a terrible person. And a lot of the comedians, because the show we saw was the night after Louis, so a lot of the comedians were talking about his New York set and being, just I guess supporting their comedy friend and talking about it in different ways. So it was just like really interesting. But by the end of it, I was like, I'm tired of hearing this.
Yeah.
Like everybody was talking about like everybody's too sensitive, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, but then you all are also talking about how sensitive everybody is. So
Yeah.
like that's annoying too.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of both. But it was a really good show. Crystalia is
Oh
just
my
so
God.
fucking funny.
Guys, obsessed. We're just obsessed with Crystalia.
Can we talk about who we saw the other night? I don't want to say where, just in case like they regular that spot. But
Who?
we bumped into some people at that show.
Our good friend Josh Dunn.
Good friend. Well, he
No.
knows you. That was
I
cool.
know. Well, I don't know how to. I feel like so weird. I always feel weird talking about this stuff. But me and Josh have like followed each other on Twitter for a while,
Yeah.
and he
From 21 Pilots.
from Josh Dunn from 20 Pilots, and Bruce really wanted to go to their concert last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah. And he was like, why don't you just like DM Josh? Because it was sold out. He was like, just DM Josh and like see if there's any
like an extra ticket
plus ones or guest list. Not plus ones.
Plus ones.
Sorry, I lived in LA too long.
Yeah, no spot, just a plus
Just a plus
one.
one. See if there's any guest spots. I was like, I don't know, I feel weird. Like we don't really know each other.
Yeah.
And Bruce was like, I feel like it's fine, So we did.
Just because you're just so used to it at shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he did, and he was super nice about it.
He's
and
awesome.
He like reminded me the day of. He's like, yeah, like they're there, so whenever you're ready. And then he ended up DMing me again on the way, and he was like, Gabby's doing like a Hot Topic Snapchat takeover. Like if you guys want to come back with her and like we can all hang out before the show. So it was like super nice. So that's like really, we've never like actually like hung out or anything, but we ran into him and Debbie at
Debbie Ryan.
Debbie Ryan. Yeah, and I've never met her in person either, but we followed each other too, and she's so sweet. Like
You
I
met her before?
What? Oh yeah, it was so brief though.
Emo night.
Oh right. I always forget about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, sorry. I sound like an awful person.
No.
But I feel like I've met her a few times.
just so
always
quick.
very brief.
Yeah. Even that was like, we saw them, it was just like, hey, cool, see you, bye.
Yeah. But she was so sweet, and we talked for like literally 5 seconds. But even in that time, she was like making conversation, just like super flowy. I don't know. She's really sweet, but
She's
they're both
very
really nice. And
they're both super nice.
yeah. So can't believe I'm in 21 Pilots now. That's all I'm saying.
You're the third.
Yeah.
The third member.
I just don't know what to do. I play a triangle.
Jumpsuit, follow me.
Cover me. I'm just in the. I'm a really bad backup singer. Jumpsuit, but it's like off a little bit.
It's just like It's just like the weirdest LA shit. You know what I mean? You go to these places and you're just like, oh, that's so and so. That's so crazy.
Especially for like internet people, I feel like, or me. I don't know if other internet people feel this way, but there's this weird like crossover between internet and other types of fame, like artists or actors or comedians even.
For sure.
And for me, I always feel lower than them. Which,
oh, really?
Yeah, we saw Chris D'Elia at a movie premiere. Remember that a year ago? And he was doing the red carpet. And we had to do the red carpet too because that was like part of the brand deal. And I felt so dumb. I was like, I don't know, like, why am I here? Like, I'm just here to promote the movie. But like, they're here because they're in the movie, you know? And
was Chris in the movie?
I guess not. He probably just.
I guess not.
I don't know
he was
why.
Just there to support.
Yeah, but he did the red carpet and stuff, so I don't know what the deal is, like what their things are with celebrities. But if you're a celebrity, you can go to any red carpet. Is what my opinion is.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's changing. So I think there's like, and there's a reason Will Smith's vlogging. There's a reason, and I was literally talking to my dad about this on the. Oh, I gotta tell a story about my dad.
Oh yeah.
But
I want to hear this.
My dad was talking about it. He's like, there's a reason why, because my dad worked for Verizon Wireless for like 25 years and was saying like, there's a reason why Verizon Wireless and all these people like want to get to, you know, Carly and Aaron and David and Zane and all them, like, you know, they have this following that was the old way. And we were talking about how like, he said it's the Wild West right now. Like, you know, like anything, you guys are the pioneers, which is crazy to say, but when you look back in time, like Shane Dawson was like on the front of that all, you know, like these, like you guys are like still like, it's going to take a bit of time before there's like those staple, whatever, like it's just kind of nuts that it's still getting figured out and there's still this crossover. So it's like, when is it going to be like full on, like internet is a celebrity and not just like
an
a
internet
YouTuber.
celebrity.
Yeah.
People say like internet famous, which is like a lower. It just feels different. I don't know.
I was gonna say, even hearing internet famous is like, so many people strive to be that now.
I know.
Whereas 10 years ago, it's like, oh, they're only internet famous. Yeah. Now it's like, oh, you can afford a living being internet famous.
Yeah.
So that's a cool thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad. Anyway, what I was gonna say was it's just crazy that in LA, you go from you go to the show, so we go to the Comedy Store, and we see all these, you know, amazing comedians, and then we're walking home down Sunset Boulevard, and
West Hollywood.
Literally had that moment of panic when we were walking past that, whatever it was. This guy, like, comes out of nowhere, like a fucking zombie.
It looks like a zombie video game. And I'm not
like, he came in like this, like, and like, he was on meth. For sure. Yeah. And it was so scary. No shirt. And he was just like this guy, and he was trying to talk, but it was just like the really bad vibes. Like immediately, Carly like stops in our tracks.
I literally wanted to walk behind him because I was kind of like freaked out of him being behind us.
And I was like, I'd rather be ahead of him because he's like, literally, it was like The Walking Dead. Like he was kind of like this,
and he was walking
like,
slow, but he like kept catching up to us,
and then being like. It was like, what the hell? And then it was almost like that moment of like, if we don't move, he won't know we're here. But it was like freaky.
Yeah. And then
really
we would get to like a crosswalk and have to stop, and we'd be like, oh no, he's coming. Yeah. It was like a horror movie.
I didn't take my medicine.
Oh,
sorry.
Better do that.
Go on.
But yeah. Oh wait, I really want to hear the story about your dad. He started telling me, and I was like, save it for the podcast because I want to know what you're about to say. He got to like the good part, I feel like, and stopped.
All right, I'll pull up a picture for the video.
Okay.
I'll just show it to the camera. But if you're listening, I'll describe it, and trust me, I'll make sure that it's like
don't let me see it yet because I want to hear the story as the people hear it.
My dad's sorry, Dad. Yeah, I'm calling you out. My dad's at church with my mom, and they're in between places right now. They're waiting for their house to be built, so they're hanging out in Jersey right now. And so they go to church.
Like a new church?
No, well, new. I guess they go there when they're down in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
But my dad goes and people, I guess, he hears people like laughing and he doesn't think anything of it. He's like, oh, whatever. And then he's going to get communion, was like when you walk down the aisle and you get the bread. And he sees people like smiling at him or like smirking, whatever. And he's like, okay, something's up. And then he said he realized he was like, maybe my button's undone or something. So he went to like button it up and he's like, oh shit, like my shirt's inside out. Right? So it's embarrassing, whatever, your shirt's inside out. Well, he had the biggest fucking tag of all time. It looks like a billboard, like on the back of a shirt. That's like, I don't know why they made it like that big.
Oh my God.
But I was joking with him. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. So you're getting paid for like billboards now. I just think that is so funny. Like, it's so classic. Like,
your poor dad.
He was just like, whatever. You know, like, I just think that's so funny how embarrassing that is.
Just so unaware that it's there.
I want to just start like promoting shit on his back and like have him not know.
Just paying him. Wait, did you?
A couple of issues every Monday and Wednesday.
Has our YouTube link and everything. This just reminded me of it. But there's like signs you can put on your car in LA. Probably in other bigger cities. But they'll pay you to put this like it's not neon.
It's like when you're in New York City and the cabs sometimes have them.
Yeah.
Where they're like, it's literally just like a LED screen or something.
Yeah, with
and it just
advertisements.
Like, advertisements like will flash. It's like those new billboards that are like digital that they like switch to different things. Like we saw that. But it's on like a regular car.
No, yeah.
It's like an
one of us could just go get it and they pay you, I guess, for like driving around advertising it.
I mean,
pretty easy money, guys. So
I wonder how much you get paid. That'd be a pretty sweet gig. If you're doing that, the guy was Ubering, so that's really smart. You're promoting and you're making money Ubering.
Oh,
so like you're traveling around anyway.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome.
Damn.
That's a good gig.
And maybe he's a Postmate driver. Hello. He doing triple whammy.
Plus he's probably a prostitute.
What?
He's probably a prostitute.
Prostitute?
Probably, keep it down. He's probably a prostitute.
Yeah. That big male prostitute.
Oh, why you gotta go with big?
I don't know. Because he was like an adult.
Because he was an adult?
Adult to me are big.
You're
Adults
an adult.
Are big. I know. Fuck? No, not really. Oh my God, I am. I thought I was 26 yesterday, but I'm 27. It's fine.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, I saw these Instagram influencers are getting their accounts banned because they're promoting cannabis, aka weed.
What do you mean?
Like they'll promote marijuana business.
They're just like smoking?
No, like I don't think they're smoking, but they'll promote like a cannabis company in LA. Like MedMen is
it's legal here though.
It is, but their accounts are getting disabled. Because it's not legal everywhere.
Getting reported?
It's only legal in a few places, you know. I don't know. Maybe, but I don't think they know why yet. But their accounts just get disabled.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, and it's weird because I did see MedMen, like Chris Clemens, one of our friends, he's a YouTuber, did a brand deal for them. Mm-hmm. A couple YouTubers did. And I read the article about it, and they put $4 million in influencer advertising, which is insane. But these influencers are posting about it and getting their accounts taken down, which is so weird.
Did Chris get his taken down?
No, Chris didn't. But yeah.
Well, that's so crazy to me. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, to some extent, it's not legal everywhere. So, like, if you're looking at it and you're in Nebraska, it's, like, illegal, quote unquote, I guess. But, like, yeah, it's weird that they have their account taken down. I don't know. Just thought that was interesting.
I don't know. I just think it's crazy to me that it's not legal everywhere. And maybe that's a controversial topic, but I would stand by it that, like, there's so many benefits.
Yeah.
Like health benefits.
And like I truly don't understand. I don't understand why alcohol would be legal and marijuana is illegal. That's crazy to me. No sense to me at all. But
and you know what? It was probably the government that took down these posts.
You think?
Yeah.
Obama. Thanks, Obama.
Well, he's out.
Oh, yeah. I'm behind the times. I'm like, he's out? Where'd you go? I was just going to say, it's interesting because Aaron and I just did a Malibu rum, like, whole brand deal.
Yeah.
And in every alcohol brand deal, you aren't allowed to actually drink at the drink, which is so weird to me because that's what it's for. So we did a video.
So you're not technically promoting drinking, you're promoting making drinks.
The alcohol itself.
So
yeah.
dumb.
When we were in Vietnam, we had to like film and like post a vlog about it. And they were like, make sure no one's drinking anything like in the whole video. So it's like, but it's alcohol. What do you mean? Yeah.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, so we just did a video posted today, and it's us making a bunch of Malibu rum drinks because that's what they kind of wanted us to do. But it was like weird because we couldn't try them.
Yeah.
And a lot of the comments were like, you guys didn't even try them and like tell us what it tasted like. I was like, we can't. I don't know, I just think that stuff like that is so interesting.
Hey guys, we just tried it off camera, and this is what we can tell you it tasted
Yeah.
like. Could you do that?
I don't know. Like make fun of it kind of almost. Like not make fun of it, but just be like straight up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll tell you guys.
Yum, it's
guys,
delicious.
It tastes like alcohol.
Wait, do they drink in commercials? Like alcohol commercials? Because maybe it's just like a whole FDA thing or something.
It must be. I'm trying to think about drink. Like, I always feel like I see them drink, but then I'm like, is that Coca-Cola I'm thinking of?
Maybe.
Maybe it's just them holding it.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
But that's such a weird rule. I don't know. Anyways,
give people their Instagrams back.
yeah, give it.
You sons of bitches.
Yes.
Um,
Ow, my
That's
elbow just popped.
I think we're falling apart.
Yes, we're
old
very
people.
sore.
You know what's interesting? If you did, if that cannabis thing was on Facebook, I feel like that shit would get taken down within minutes.
You think so?
It's crazy to me that the Instagrams are getting taken down because I feel like, no shade, but I feel like Facebook is a lot more older people
For sure.
and a lot more conservative people
Yeah.
would be on there than more so than Instagram.
Yeah, I
Maybe
feel
I'm
like-
crazy for thinking that, but I feel like it for sure is proven that more older people are on Facebook.
Yeah, it's like Facebook is the top social media platform for all ages except for teens. Is what it.
That's what's so crazy to me. Like, I'm so used to being around. Like I was never that frequent on Facebook anyway in the past couple of years, but especially being around you guys, like,
Yeah.
none of us really use
No.
Facebook. Every once in a while, we make a post and that's it.
Yeah.
But my friends still will be like, hey, man, are you coming to the thing? And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, oh, I say you're in an event on Facebook. I'm like, I don't have notifications on for that. Or like push
Like, I don't
notifications.
even read it.
Like, just text me.
Yeah.
Like, call me. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes I won't look at Facebook for like 3 days. Like, it's just not something I care about.
Yeah.
Like Twitter and Instagram, it's like you want to keep up with everybody. Facebook for me is literally just like, what are people doing? Like, I don't get this. Like, that's what I think. It's just like, I feel like people I'm friends with on Facebook from high school just live such different lives than me. It's just like an interesting thing for me to like read up on.
For sure.
Just like, what?
I actually really like I don't have a time hop. So I just use my Facebook on this day. And I'm like, oh, cool, I did that.
Yeah,
but I'm not making new memories. So in like 2 years, I'm going to be like, ah, crap.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Because you weren't using Facebook.
Yeah.
Bitch.
But Facebook Messenger was sick. I used that for a while.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was how I was like contacting people for a minute. Instead of,
Texting?
well, I never really used iMessage until like a year and a half ago.
Oh.
And then somebody was like, you can just use iMessage on your computer. And I was like, son of a bitch. I was like always texting on my phone. And I was like, oh, you can do it on your computer. It syncs up. Cool.
Oh, you didn't know that.
And the great thing about, and the great thing that like with songwriting and stuff too is that notes, you can add people to your notes. So your notes app on your phone, like, so you just click notes. Boom. I have a couple shared notes.
Oh.
So when I type in notes, it shows up on yours.
And you use it for
and then
writing
you add it,
sessions.
and then I'm like, can you write that lyric? Cool. And then it's on my computer.
I
and
did
it's
not
on my
know
phone,
that.
whatever my iCloud's connected to.
Oh.
So then everybody sees what the lyrics are. So it's pretty great.
Interesting. I didn't know that at all. Guess you learned something.
Should we take some emails?
Yeah, let's do some emails. I actually really wanted to
Break up?
yes. That was fun living together for one day. See you later.
I'm so excited. It's really cool we get to live together.
I know. Like
I sound so fake.
no, it's really
I have a
cool.
gun to my head. It's so cool that we get to live together.
It just
The producer helps.
good job.
We get the check now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, let's go. Yes.
Like the
thank you.
fakest
The
hug.
most side hug ever. The sidest hug ever. Yeah, it's like this sounds so cheesy, but it's like, oh, I just like get to live with my best friend.
Oh my God, my heart just
You know?
crumbled.
I know. I'm not trying to be cheesy, but like that's just how it feels.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like cool. We got to like figure it all out together. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We get to figure it all out together.
We got to keep faking this relationship for the podcast.
Fuck you.
Okay, so I really want to read this one first. I don't know if she said her name. What?
I thought you meant like instead of me reading it. Like I want to read this first.
I'm reading it first. Me.
And you just read it to yourself.
And then I'm like, okay. Like and subscribe. No, but this girl emailed us. We talked about this email last time, and her boyfriend were together for like 4 years, I think, and they live like...
Oh, he started working a lot.
Yeah, so they live like 30, 40 minutes away from each other, and she really craves like physical attention and like time together.
Oh, what is that called? You brought it up last time.
I'll bring that up in a second.
Okay.
So he got a new job or something. It's taking a ton of his time, and she's feeling like a little neglected. She's really happy for him and excited, but she feels really neglected. So in the podcast, we talked about maybe doing the love language test. And very briefly, it's like
love language.
Love language.
Right.
Yes. You take like 100 questions or something, questionnaire, and you answer. Based on your answers, it tells you the way you usually feel love and the way you give love, if that makes sense.
And it's, what are the 5?
It's gift giving,
Physical touch.
Words of affirmation. You're doing them all. I don't know. There's 5.
Gift giving. Did you already say that?
I said that.
I'll look them up while you read this email.
Okay. So that's kind of the advice. We're like, maybe look that up, and maybe he doesn't realize you need physical attention. Maybe he doesn't realize that, and maybe he's getting what he needs by, texting randomly throughout the day. Maybe that's all he needs. So that's basically what we said. And she emailed back. This is really exciting. I want you to listen.
I'm listening.
Okay, she goes, guys, oh my God. After listening to your podcast, I literally drove over to his house and let it all out. I told him exactly how I felt. And like y'all said, he had no idea I was feeling affectionately neglected. After talking for a long while, we took the love language quiz, and turns out we both didn't know each other's language. Mine was touch and time, and his was words of affirmation. The rest of this week has been awesome. Our communication has been so much better. Oh my God, I can't believe we're Dr. Phil. She goes, we weren't able to live together because we didn't have his parents' blessing. What?
Dr. Koi is in the house.
It's like a side podcast we have.
Oh, you can wait in the koi pond and the doc will see you soon.
You have to wait in water. With fish.
It's like everyone, whenever we say koi pond, a lot of people reference the Office where Michael falls in the koi pond.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like that's where you have to sit. It's just like in that koi pond with Michael Scott.
She goes, we weren't able to live together because we didn't have his parents' blessing to move in before marriage. However, he spoke with them, and it looks like we're beginning apartment hunting this weekend.
Jesus.
I know. They understood we were getting older and both responsible enough to take the next step. I never thought an advice podcast could literally change my relationship, but it totally did. I feel like y'all are literally my friends.
Holy shit. This is so cool.
Like, we did that.
Well, I mean, she
kind
did
of.
that.
I mean, she did that, but like, I feel like we gave her advice and she took it, and like, look at it.
Whoa.
That's so cool. Thank you for taking the time.
Unprofessional, at least. Of course.
Oh, very unprofessional.
At least, of course. That's so cool.
I know. Thank you for taking the time to read emails like mine and helping out. It might just seem like a minute or two of y'all's time, but it changed my relationship for the better. It's awesome. I'm so, so grateful. That is so
nuts.
Amazing. Like, I am so excited about that email.
Aw, what's her name?
I don't know if she wants me to read it.
Oh, yeah, right.
She probably doesn't care. Yeah.
You have been acknowledged in my brain.
Yeah, so it was just cute. I'm
that's
so happy.
Really fucking
thank you
cool.
so much for updating us. Like, that makes me feel so good.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Let's do some more.
Okay. This one is called Roomie Issues. So it's really hitting home. No, it's interesting. Okay. Here's my issue. I live in an apartment with one other girl who just moved in a few months ago. I didn't know her before she moved in, but we got along pretty well. And other than some normal roommate stuff, for the most part, I've enjoyed living with her. The one thing that I can't get over is as far as I can tell, she literally never washes her hands I can't read. She literally never washes her hands after going to the bathroom. I'm not trying to creep, but our apartment is really small, so I can always hear her flush and then immediately walk out of the bathroom, and at no point while she's in there do I hear the sink running. Maybe I'm being unreasonable, but since we're sharing a space and touching all the same stuff, this grosses me out so much. Any thoughts on how I can tell her how gross/dirty that is without being rude and creating an awkward living situation? I should also mention that she just moved here from a different country and her first language isn't English. So although overall her English is really good, our communication can be a little slow sometimes. And I've noticed that she doesn't generally pick up on hints or social cues. Have you guys ever lived with randoms or for roommates or always just with friends? Any tips in general for dealing with roommate conflicts?
Man, that's tough. That's like such a
Yeah.
specific one.
I know. It's hard because of like the language barrier thingy.
Yeah, if she's not picking up on social cues, that was gonna be my first thing.
Yeah. But if I were in that position, I would literally wait until I was like in the living room or whatever room is outside the bathroom. And I'd be like, did you not wash your hands? Like, I feel like I would say something like that.
But what if she goes, yeah, I did.
Maybe, I don't know. I feel like at least you'd put it in her head.
Maybe she has hand sanitizer in her room.
But like, why not just wash her hands? Dude, I don't
It's
know.
weird. Have you ever, you lived with
I've lived with a
random-
lot of random, or actually just two random people, I guess. But Erin and I moved here with a girl we were friends with, and then she moved out, and a random girl moved in that we knew off Craigslist. She was great, and then we had that French roommate that just moved out of our apartment. We moved out, and she was great too. So I've never really had any issues like that.
Yeah, the fish thing.
Oh yeah, she would cook fish in the
Microwave.
That's true. She would cook fish in the microwave, and it would literally smell for like a week and a half of fish.
And you guys wouldn't say anything.
No, me and Erin are wusses. Yeah. But I don't know.
I've had some. I mean, like when you run into issues with the roommates, it's all about communication.
Yeah.
And I've had people like bottle stuff up and blow up at me.
Oh yeah, that's
that
true.
was like nuts.
worst.
I didn't know how to deal with it because it was like months and months and months of like living a certain way. Then this new person comes in, and me saying, "Hey, if there's ever a problem, hit me up. Like, I'm very, very easygoing. So, like, whatever you need." And it was months and months and months. And then one day it was just like,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And a text message. And I was like, whoa.
Like, no idea this is even a
chill.
problem.
Yeah, like, start with the basics. Like, what happened? Like, where did this go wrong? So it's like,
Yeah.
what do you do in that situation?
I don't know.
And it was like, I don't know. I just feel like communication is the biggest thing. But if
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, like maybe like passive aggressively, like putting up a like employees must wash hands.
Oh
You
my God,
cross
that
it
would
out,
be
but like
so-
roommates.
Oh my God, that would be just so funny.
That'd be pretty funny.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think of I know it's like a language barrier, but I could be like, hey, I'm really sorry this sounds creepy, but like I just have such a big OCD with cleanliness, and I'm just scared, or not scared, but I just get weary about
Yeah.
people. I don't know. Then it's like, how do you point out that you noticed that she doesn't wash her hands?
I would just like find a way to just be like, that's a good one, or to be like, hey, like, I'm like so scared about getting sick. My friend freaked me out. So like, let's make sure we both like really wash our hands. Like,
Oh, that's good.
Throw yourself into it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's way better advice than what I just said. Listen to Bruce, not me. Okay, should we do another one?
Yeah.
Let's do another one. Yeah.
Dirty hands in the koi pond. Everybody's gotta wash them.
Okay, this one's called
There's
Job.
soap in the koi pond. So if you're in the koi pond, you're clean.
And you're basically showered, and you're good. Your hair is probably gonna be gross because it's soap, but it's fine.
We grow our hair out in the koi pond.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
That's so
know, I know.
weird.
I can read your mind because we live together now.
Dude, she does. She like reads. Oh my God, I should have talked about it.
What?
Last week, every time I would think about somebody and then I would bring it up to Carly,
Oh, yeah.
they would text me. It was so weird.
It was really weird.
It was like 4 in a row that people haven't talked to in forever.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
I
Anyway.
legit thought we were weirdly cursed, but not in like a bad curse, just like a weird curse.
Well, somebody I was talking to we agreed that when that happens, it's usually like a sign of like this is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like this weird parallel of like if you're in tune with something.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just like affirming like, yep, you're making a right decision.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was like we're moving in together, and this is a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that took it to reassure it? Yeah, maybe it just means
Call me
everything's aligning.
crazy. I don't know.
I don't know. Just superstitious or something. Okay, this one is called Job Interviews. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh. Hello, I'd rather not say my name. I'm a big fan of you guys, especially Carly, since I'm a really big fan of David's vlogs. And that's the email. I'm kidding. Which led me to Carly and Aaron's videos. I recently graduated high school, but I have been searching for a job for over a year now, and I was wondering if you guys have any tips about what to say during interviews because I get called in for them, but I never hear anything back, and it's starting to really bring me down, especially because I don't have any previous work experience, and it's hard nowadays to get a job without experience. Would love to hear you guys' unprofessional advice. Thanks. My advice is the last 2 jobs I had before doing internet stuff is after the interview, like maybe 2 days after, I would call and be like, hey, I was just wondering, like I had an interview and just wanted a follow up. And I would always get the job. Well, not always, but like both times
really?
I did that, I would get the job.
Right there.
Yeah, they'd be like, yeah,
call.
let me look it over or let me look over the notes or whatever. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was really weird. And I worked at Target for a long time and the interview process is so crazy. Like it wasn't just like tell me about yourself, like what are your pros and cons, like blah blah. It was like name a situation where you had to act on impulse to save a situation. I don't know. It was just like a lot of very specific things, and you're really on the spot.
Yeah.
It's like I once had to bake a cake really fast. I don't know. It was just like very weird.
It's so weird.
But yeah, I don't know. Interviews are just nerve-wracking in general.
I feel like it's just, and yeah, like I haven't had a whole bunch of jobs, but like certain opportunities where you have to kind of do that. And to me, it's like just put yourself in the shoes of the person interviewing is the best way that's the only way I get through it is like thinking about like, you think about in your head, you're like, okay, they want to hear this and that. And they're like, well, if I was that person, all I really want to know is is this person reliable?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, and it's like, is this somebody that works well with others? Like,
literally.
I feel like are they responsible?
Not steal money.
Are they responsible? Are they not going to steal money? Do they work well with others? And are they a go-getter? Like, do you see yourself, like, if you're trying to get a job and you're like, yeah, I really don't give a shit. I just want to work here for a couple months. They're going to be like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But if you're like, yeah, I want to like help this business grow or I want to like work my way through the company, you know, whatever.
And maybe
It doesn't have to be true.
Yeah. Everyone's a fake ass bitch in an interview. That's for sure.
Even in the interviewer.
Oh, yeah, totally. You know, the worst thing was when I was working at Target, I wasn't a trainer, but they would assign new people to follow me all day. And like, I would have to show them what to do. And I would be like, everything would just be like, don't do this normally.
Like what?
Just like shortcuts I would do or like, I don't know.
You weren't supposed to with Target?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like give me an example.
Like, I can't really think of something. Like,
I'm interviewing you right now.
I guess like if I knew, I was really good with time management, so I was always ahead. But like when I knew I was ahead, I would just like take 10 minutes and just go talk to my friends who worked at guest service or something. Or I would like...
Don't do this normally.
Yeah, but just stuff like that or like... I wasn't like qualified to like work in the back room, but if I needed something, I already knew how to do it because I just had worked there for so long. So I would just like go scan something and grab it, but like you're totally not supposed to. So like those are things I was like, oh, I don't have to like be a real employee today. I have to like show someone what to do. But if you're in an interview process, maybe you don't know this, but when they say like, why do you want to work here? It's really bad to say like, well, I need money. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you're saying stuff like that, that's definitely going to like put you down a little bit probably because they don't want to hear that, even though that's literally why you're there. Yeah. It's like so dumb.
Yeah.
Like just be straight up and it's fine, but you can't be. So I wish you could.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Can we do one more?
Yeah, let's do another
Do we do one juicy one? Do you got any juicy ones in there?
Okay, here's a juicy one.
Okay.
It's about dreams.
We didn't edit anything out.
No. I wasn't prepared. I'm so sorry.
There's just a blip on the video.
You know what? No one has to know. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is...
Psych, we didn't edit anything out.
We never do, because we're perfect.
Yes.
This one is about dream cheating, and we talked about this in a couple podcasts ago, right? Mm-hmm. So it's basically when you have a dream that you're cheating on your significant other.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Okay. Just watched the latest episode and wanted to talk about what you guys brought up about dream cheating. I've actually had multiple dreams of cheating on my now fiance. Multiple? Wow. Okay. At first, I wasn't sure how to process it, and I've never even told him about the dreams because I felt guilty for having them, and I saw it as me not being faithful to him because I was dreaming of being with other men. Instead, I, of course, Googled it and found out it's common and apparently has nothing to do with your actual relationship or your desire to cheat. But something internally that's making you feel guilty. Oh, that's interesting. You're doing
Wait,
something
what?
like dream cheating is people theorize that when you're dream cheating, you're internally feeling guilty about something.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
So what are you feeling guilty about, huh?
I don't know. I'll have to go back and think.
To my knowledge, I haven't done anything worth being guilty about, and the dreams keep on coming. I actually had one last night where he proposed to another girl right in front of me. Like, what the fuck? Do you guys think this is because...
Like, what the fuck?
Do you guys think this is because I'm getting too high before bed? LMAO. Or is it just in my head, literally? Or is it because I'm actually scared of being tied down? We've been together for a long time. First started dating in 2011 for 7 months, and we broke up, and then had an on and off relationship until about a few years ago. And I have never actually cheated on him, and I don't see other men I would want to be with. I do want to marry him, but the dreams are making me uneasy. What do you guys think? Thanks for your unprofessional advice.
That last thing resonated with me.
What? Which part?
The cheating part. No, the
I'm like, wow, bitch.
fuck. I'm trying to remember. Well, two things. One, that she was getting high before bed.
Oh yeah.
And the other was shit. What was the other thing? Damn it! Pull the email up.
Yeah.
I already forget because I was like thinking about what I was gonna say.
And I don't see other men I would want to be with. I've never actually cheated on him. Is it just in my head? Am I getting too high before bed?
Oh no! It's the fear of being tied down. But it's like it's a rational fear.
Mm-hmm.
It's this idea of, for me, and it probably was because it was right around when we were going apartment hunting and everything.
Oh.
So that makes sense. That it's funny to me because in my brain around the same time, it's just like I don't want to be with anybody else. I want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
I love being with you. But there's like a part of my brain that's just like, bro, this is leading to marriage.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's true.
The next step.
Yeah.
What's the next step? So then it was like, whew.
Yeah.
And it's like it's obvious that that's the next step, but it was
Yeah.
just kind of like that, like, damn, like
Yeah.
that's crazy. I don't know. I just thought that's interesting.
No, it is. Moving in, it's like you're together literally forever, or you're going to break up. You know what I mean? You can't really move out.
You can't undo
I guess like
a move
certain
out.
circumstances it happens, but like it's not realistic.
That's really interesting. So because if we decide like, you know what, like let's just live separate, like
Then it's
one
like-
of us is gonna be like, yo, fuck
yeah,
that.
like why? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Oh God.
So that's it. This is it. Forever or never.
Or never. We'll see.
Stay tuned for another year of a couple of issues. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. This was episode 17. It's like ending like a play. So, end scene. Okay, thank you guys so much. Make sure to follow all the cast at Couple of Issues. And this is Carly and Contro.
I'll bow.
I am your ringleader, Bruce Wigner.
It's a circus now.
Yeah. New episodes every Monday on an Apple Podcasts. New episodes every Wednesday on YouTube. It's also on Spotify. Search it.
Email us, couple of
email
issues
us.
podcast at gmail.com.
That's my girl.
Yep.
And
Are you okay? Are you dream cheating right now?
huh? What's up? Sorry, I passed out.
Okay, he was dream cheating.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rick says hi.
Who?
Nothing. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.